Hello and welcome to another episode of
Pop Rap.
By now, if you don't know this reference, please check out our YouTube channel which is called
Pop. IVM Pop. जहां आपको मिल सकता है मेरा शो हैज इट एज्ड वेल.
एक तो हर शो पे जो अब्बास को प्लग करना होता है अच्छा चल रहा है भाई, हमें पता है.
By the time you see this, maybe two full episodes of my show are out.
Yeah.
So please check them out and hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. इस पे भी like ठोक दो. ठोको ताली और
likes. Yes. So हमारे पास
You mean just like what this show used to be called?
ये कट कर दो guys please.
We live in the present, Abbas.
sorry.
We live in the present.
I apologize.
So, apart from Abbas's promotion of his own show, we have Abbas, of course, and Nikhil, who is the producer of Abbas's
New show has it aged well.
Has it aged
2
well.
episodes out on YouTube already.
And
More
4
coming up soon.
on your favorite podcasting platform.
हाँ ये कर लो
And
पहले.
a bunch of shorts on Abbas's YouTube
On my Instagram.
and on Urjita Wari's Instagram
Yes.
as well. Who's the co-host of the new show?
Of the show called
Has it aged well?
Has it aged well.
Guys, this is Pop Rap.
नहीं ये हमारा छोटा बच्चा है पॉप रैप.
हाँ, अरे पहले यही था. हाँ, ठीक है. तो अब से नहीं बुलाना तुम दोनों को साथ में. दो
हाँ, because we
बार
are working on Has it aged well?
What film are we discussing? Oh, we don't discuss films here. That we do on.
Has it aged well? With Abbas and Urjita. Only on the IVM Pop channel.
Yes. Sorry.
we
Go
are
ahead.
gonna talk about the most typecasted actors in Bollywood in this episode of
Okay.
Pop Rap. Not Has it aged well? Guys, make it clear. This is Pop Rap. हाँ.
If you say so.
Guys, we'll take a break. उस break में मैं इनको समझाता हूँ कि ये Pop Rap है, Has it aged well नहीं है. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Abhishek Podar, co-founder and CEO of Plum. Abhishek explains group health insurance and why employers should adopt it for their organizations. On Simplified, the hosts talk about Open Network for Digital Commerce or ONDC and its possible bright future. On The Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy, Karthik breaks down Navneet's Teachers' Day campaign and how its intent is at odds with its impact. And on Has It Aged Well, Abbas and Urjita are joined by Akash Mehta to talk about the 90s family film Hum Aapke Hai Kaun to assess the underlying politics of the film. Do listen to the episode on the IVM Pop channel. Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Also, do follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Do remember to spread the word about the shows you're listening to. It would be great if you can rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You can also check out all our shows on YouTube. Wishing you a very happy Diwali. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week. Bumble, Heads Up for Tails, Kotak Privy League Program, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thanks for making this possible.
And we're back after that. जो भी थी intro, मुझे पता नहीं क्या intro थी वो, but we're gonna talk about the most typecasted actors in Bollywood. अब I don't know typecasting की exact to the point definition क्या है, but अभी recently release हुई आयुष्मान खुराना की Dr. G. And do you think
G as in G or J-I-G?
G.I. Joe? Is there a G.I. Jane joke?
Guys, please help us.
Dr. G. And उसका जो plot है वो ये है कि आयुष्मान खुराना is a male gynec.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
ठीक है. तो अब the thing is कि now that we've recently seen कि आयुष्मान खुराना जो भी मूवी कर रहा है वो कुछ ना कुछ एक मैसेज वाली मूवी कर रहा है या कुछ एक ऐसा ट्राई कर रहा है जो कि ऑफ बीट हो. तुम क्या मतलब देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ पीसेज इन न्यूज़ एंड मीडिया दैट से कि उसका ऑफ बीट जो है वो उसका मेन स्ट्रीम हो गया है अब. तो डू यू थिंक दैट ही हैज़ बीन टाइपकास्टेड इन सच रोल्स कि अगर वो इनके अलावा शायद कोई रोल करे तो वो उतने ना चले? और आई नो देर आर अ फ्यू मूवीज जिसमें उसने अलग से कुछ रोल किया एंड दे हैव डन वेल, बट डू यू थिंक कि like you know despite of him doing थोड़े से roles वैसे जो कि mainstream हो, he will not get as much roles mainstream में जितने उसको लोग offbeat वाले roles offer करेंगे.
No, I think, see, I mean, if the topic is typecast actors or actors who get typecasted, I think Ayushmann doesn't 100% fit into that category according to my opinion, because I think he's very consciously making these decisions कि अब उसको वो message वाली picture ही करनी है. I think it started with Vicky Donor, if I'm not wrong.
हाँ, वो
right?
उसकी पहली movie थी.
Yeah, where the topic was sperm donation, artificial insemination, जो भी आप बोलना चाहें.
Sperm donation.
And looks like we have an experienced sperm donor in the house. But I don't think these are the only kind. I think he's consciously picking only these films because at this point you're right. These kind of films is what is working for him. And when you say mainstream, what is Bollywood mainstream right now? Right? It's like this big budget films like Brahmastra or something like a multi-starrer like Suryavansham, right? Where there's multiple heroes and the film is made on a very big budget. So I think जो ये mid-budget film है, it's not really indie film. When you say offbeat film, I think of something like Aankhon Dekhi, right? Which is made on a very small budget.
Of course. A lovely film.
Yeah. So I think Ayushmann Khurrana has found this very cozy spot between mainstream and independent, which you said is kind of offbeat. But like you said, you know, वो थोड़ा क्लीशे हो रहा है अब. लाइक हिज लास्ट फिल्म अनेक, लाइक उसके ट्रेलर का भी एक टेम्पलेट सेट हो गया है कि हमको पता है कि किस तरह का ट्रेलर होगा. एंड में आयुष्मान फिल्म में कोई एक बड़ी सी स्पीच देगा.
Exactly.
और वो जो प्रॉब्लम है वो रिजॉल्व हो जाएगी, राइट?
अभी और एक ट्रेलर एंड होगा एक ऐसे एग्जिस्टेंशियल सवाल से जो हम लोग को सोचने में मजबूर कर देगा कि वो अब हमें इसका जवाब ढूंढने के लिए पिक्चर तो देखना ही पड़ेगा.
So it's like that new age version of hero moment जब वो
so and what that leads to is this thing called a savior complex. कि अनेक में अगर आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट की चीज बता रहे हो तो एक नॉन नॉर्थ ईस्ट एक्टर को आप कास्ट करके बोल रहे हो कि अब मैं बचाऊंगा, मैं इनका सेवियर बनूंगा. और इन डॉक्टर जी, अगेन आई हैवंट सीन द फिल्म, बट ट्रेलर देख के ये लग रहा है कि एंड में आयुष्मान विल प्रॉब्ली गिव अ स्पीच अबाउट हाउ वी शुड ऑल फाइट फॉर वुमेन्स राइट्स.
हाँ, जैसे वो भी था, क्या कहते हैं, चंडीगढ़ करे आशिकी वाज आल्सो ऑन अ टॉपिक जिसमें एंड में स्पीच आया. फिर उसके बाद
ड्रीम गर्ल लगा के हईशा,
सब में एंड में स्पीच आता है. देन अभी इन लोग ने ड्रीम गर्ल का सीक्वल भी अनाउंस कर दिया है.
रियली?
Oh, you guys didn't know that? हाँ, these
guys. I really did not like that film.
Okay, so Ayushmann is not coming on this podcast now, I guess.
Sorry, Ayushmann.
But like, if I may add one more thing, he's done other roles. Like Andhadhun is not a message film, but he's really good in that. Yeah.
And like one thing I wanted to highlight in, like as we mentioned, right? वो ऐसे चूज करते जाता है. जैसे एक में नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न दिखा दिया, समटाइम दिल शो सम अदर माइनॉरिटी से, लाइक जैसे अनुभव सिन्हा आल्सो लाइक डज अ फ्यू ऑफ these.
In Article 15, he's the upper caste cop who's lecturing us about how lower castes are discriminated against. I'm like, shouldn't this be coming from that character?
Exactly. Yeah. So my point was that this can also lead to tokenism to some extent. कि like उस मूवी में भी that character is just serving the purpose to establish a hero moment for this guy.
Yeah.
उसका खुद का problems highlight नहीं है. Highlight ये कि ये इसके problem solve कैसे करेगा. So what it makes you feel like, say in like a caste hierarchy system, right? जैसे Article 15 में था, it feels like कि वो upper caste आदमी ही इनके problem solve कर सकता है, which is absolute bullshit. वैसा होने नहीं वाला है. That's not close to reality, right? True. So social message to you're trying to give, it's understandable. What you're trying to do is understandable. Right. But you need to find a way to escape this tokenism, because when you do a certain type of movies repeatedly, ये tokenism उतना ज़्यादा highlight होते जाता है.
हाँ, बढ़ता ही जाता है.
जैसे I forgot what film of his was this, जिसमें he's playing a homosexual, I think.
शुभ मंगल सावधान.
जीतू,
and शुभ मंगल फिर सावधान.
हाँ, शुभ मंगल सावधान फिर से.
So
शुभ मंगल फिर से सावधान नहीं.
Yeah. Side note, please start naming your movies better. Anyway, so even in that जो जीतू का कैरेक्टर है, even he is like a very token gay guy in that film. उसका खुद का कुछ वजूद नहीं है, उसका प्रॉब्लम्स मैटर नहीं करता है. उसका प्रॉब्लम्स का पर्पस ये है कि ये आके उनके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करे. कि this is a problem to establish your character movement. मेरा क्या, उस कैरेक्टर का क्या, then are you really giving a social message at that point in time? Or are you just proving it? So as you said, that's savior complex to a large extent.
He also did Bala, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah,
Because
Bala was on here. Of course.
Yeah,
You
stop
remember.
saving me, Ayushmann. I can save myself.
If Abbas was in Bala, it would be
Yeah.
no Bala.
But yeah, so I मतलब वही है, जैसे अंधाधुन जैसी पिक्चर उसने करी, it was a beautiful
Yeah,
film.
Andhadhun was great.
ठीक है, but then again he went back to the same cycle.
Yeah.
And do you think अच्छा ठीक है, चलो आयुष्मान खुराना ने साइकिल किया एंड उसके लिए ये वर्क कर गया. Do you think somewhere or the other Rajkumar Rao also tried to get into this cycle?
So I don't know if he tried to get into it. I see the observation you're trying to make.
Yeah.
But again, Rajkumar is one of the people who's managed to escape this very well.
Has he?
I mean, he has done like a plethora of different roles now. काफी कुछ किया है यार उसने.
Bro, side note, I love Rajkumar Rao का काम. I'm absolutely in awe of his work. जब मैंने वो देखी थी Trapped.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So movies like Trapped, Vasivur, obviously.
But of course.
Keeping that aside, even like Trapped, जैसे स्त्री का रोल है. It's so different, so refreshing.
Yeah.
स्त्री का जो उसका कैरेक्टर है particularly, you're not typically used to seeing a male protagonist like that.
Yeah.
But वो बहुत सही से किया है उसने. So that's why I'm saying that he's one of the people who's managed to escape it a little bit. उसको काफी कोशिश करी थी कि like you should establish. So I think it also boils down to like forming a brand image for yourself per se.
I think that's a good way to put it. I think there's another thing, like what are an actor's strengths, right? Like Rajkumar Rao, he comes from the northern part of the country. So Gurgaon. So he has that क्या कहते हैं उसको बोली आती है वहाँ की.
Accent उसके वैसे.
तो अगर आपको किसी कोई एक ऐसा कैरेक्टर बेस करना है जो उस पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया में बेस्ड हो, सो देन योर चॉइस वुड बी राजकुमार राव बिकॉज यू नो ही नोज दैट पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज, राइट? सो आई थिंक इन दैट केस he's like Nikhil mentioned, he's playing a variety of roles within that context, right? Like I would love to see Rajkumar Rao play, I don't know, like in a very uppity South Bombay rich person, right?
I'll tell you one thing. They tried to do that in White Tiger. If you guys have watched it.
I've seen White Tiger.
So I'll tell you what happened was White Tiger में they tried to make Rajkumar Rao, this guy who is from India, went abroad and marries Priyanka Chopra, जो of course abroad.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and then he is like super fucking rich. That guy comes back to India to like buy some property, do some business, start his own business, stuff. I don't really remember what exactly happened, but I distinctively remember Rajkumar Rao's koshish of an American accent.
And it didn't work according to you?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Like you could, so the thing is कि अगर आप मुझे एक हफ्ता दोगे ना कि स्नेहिल ये अमेरिकी लोग ऐसे बात करते हैं, ठीक है, तू ये सुन ले और हफ्ते बाद कुछ ट्राई करते हैं ऐसा, ठीक है, शायद मैं उतना ही पुल ऑफ कर पाऊँ जितना उस मूवी में पुल ऑफ किया, बिकॉज यू कैन इजीली सी दैट द एक्सेंट इज गोइंग, द एक्सेंट इज कमिंग, द एक्सेंट इज गोइंग, द एक्सेंट इज कमिंग, एंड इट इज नॉट नेचुरल. लाइक मोर सो क्योंकि ऑपोजिट में तुमने प्रियंका चोपड़ा खड़ी कर दी. एंड प्रियंका चोपड़ा का एक्सेंट इज सो spot on. अब I don't know I mean
that is her language now.
अब वो उसकी लैंग्वेज हो गई है, तो वो फर्क बहुत easily पता लग रहा है.
I want to give a bit of a hot take here. Like as you said, right, the strengths of an actor. Wouldn't the real strength of an actor be to not like have these modes? Like shouldn't they be like? I mean, I don't want to make like an exaggeration.
I get it. You're saying a good actor should be able to play all kinds of roles.
For example,
right?
Margot Robbie, like the range of accents and the range of different characters she's done so flawlessly. I mean, you can't, like when I saw her the first time, she was playing a Russian, I think, or basically an Eastern European in Wolf of the Wall Street. After I saw her in that Suicide Squad film, I till that moment I used to feel like she's an actual Russian. Who's playing that role. She was that good in doing that.
And Rajkumar Rao is amazing in Indian accents, by the way.
Yeah, he can play along in Indian accents.
He is amazing. There's this video of EIC with Rajkumar Rao, I guess. And they've asked him to do accents on the spot on stage, and he's pulled it off amazingly.
Okay.
Also, the accent that he adapted in Stree
Right.
Oh yeah,
was great.
it was good.
It was a very minor क्या कहते हैं उसको notice करना कि there are a lot of people जो र को पूरा र नहीं करके बोलते, ठीक है, वो हल्का सा र अपने अंदर टंग रोल करके बोल देते हैं, एंड जो बारीकी से उसने वो एक्सेंट पकड़ा है, it was amazing. Also special mention बरेली की बर्फी.
Oh yeah,
Both the actors that we're talking about were there in that
Bhareli Ki Barfi,
film.
yeah.
And Rajkumar Rao, the way he shifts characters in that film, I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
That scene जब वो बाइक सड़क के बीच में खड़ी करके चला जाता है, एंड देन जब वो हॉर्न बजते हैं तो वो कहता है पान खा के रुको, और फिर वो गाड़ी निकालता है. I think great scene. So I don't think accent for him is a problem when it comes to Indian
Okay.
region. ठीक है.
Correct.
But yeah, when you said कि उसको अमीर बना के देखो, वहाँ करके देखो, तो I think that became a problem.
I mentioned this because again, when you talk about actors being typecast, before we started recording, I was giving you this example that in 2003, Saif Ali Khan put out Kal Ho Na Ho and Omkara.
And Omkara.
Right.
Yeah.
So Saif Ali Khan was also kind of getting typecast in that very urban metrosexual
Chocolatey,
kind of thing, and then boom, in the middle of it, he
Out comes
drops
Omkara.
Omkara.
Omkara,
Right.
yes.
And that is what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
what you mentioned, a good actor should be able to pull off
Yeah.
both the things, right?
Actually, like Saif Ali Khan is a great example of what not falling for typecasting is.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Now he's doing anything and everything like Adi Purush, but I don't know.
Man, again, like he's not sticking to. Okay, so his genre is that not falling for a genre is his genre now. It's like.
So, but I'll give it. What do you guys think about, like, for example, you guys have seen Panchayat, the Amazon Prime show?
I've seen the first season.
I haven't
So,
watched it.
Raghubir Yadav and Neena Gupta, right? I
Yeah.
think that is typecasting.
I was
Okay,
about
now
to-
they are playing only that North Indian older
Yeah.
couple. Neena Gupta almost plays the same
Bro,
thing.
I was coming on this topic, typecasting पे गजराज राव and Neena Gupta. After
Yeah.
बधाई हो,
Yes.
इट्स द अगर तुम्हें एक नॉर्थ इंडियन एल्डरली कपल चाहिए जिसका थोड़ा सा भी ज्यादा रोल है पिक्चर में, तो वो गजराज राव और नीना गुप्ता ही हैं. Like there was a time I remember कि I think it was Neena Gupta who had put out a post on Instagram asking for work.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was lockdown or it was before that.
I think it was before that.
I think it was before that, and then boom comes
बधाई दो.
बधाई हो बधाई हो, and उसके बाद से I really love her work.
Yeah.
I love her work since जाने भी दो यारो.
Oh yeah.
Great piece of cinema that movie is. And then बधाई हो happens, and उसके बाद शुभ मंगल सावधान also the same thing. ठीक है. And then गजराज राव and Neena Gupta have become that काजोल शाहरुख of elder. हाँ मतलब
Kajol Shahrukh of being mother and father.
it मतलब it is becoming that. Like अगर मैं तुम्हें आंखें बंद करके करने को बोलूं कि भाई तुम्हें एक एल्डरली कपल चाहिए तुम्हारी पिक्चर में, तुम किसका नाम लोगे?
रुक देख रहे थे.
गजराज
Gajraj Rao, I think in the latest Amazon movie with Madhuri, Majama, I think he's playing the same character but Gujarati. So he's just very
So it's still माँ बाप but in different states.
Yeah, I think Neena Gupta नहीं है उस पिक्चर में, but yeah, Gajraj is, or is she? I don't know. I'm not sure. But Gajraj is playing very much this role.
The same role. Yeah. Do you think that after a point it becomes difficult for an actor also to get out of those shoes? Example, I'll give Mohammad Zishan Ayub. A fabulous actor, but he is now called हीरो का दोस्त.
Yeah, quintessential best friend.
वो वही है, वो हीरो का दोस्त ही बुला रहे हैं उसको. मतलब I think his first performance as a हीरो का दोस्त was in Ranjana.
Yeah. I can't think of anything before that.
हाँ, तो same. मतलब अगर होगी उससे पहले की तो of course.
Leave it in the comments, guys.
Yeah, please leave it in the comments.
That's how you get engagement.
But then उसके बाद this happened. वो कौन सी मूवी है? मियाँ बाई की जुबान और मेरी माँ ने कहा था ये शाहरुख खान.
Wait.
Oh, Rais.
हाँ.
अम्मी जान कहती थी.
हाँ, ठीक है. तो
बनिए का दिमाग मियाँ भाई की डेयरी.
ये नहीं कहती थी अम्मी जान.
नहीं, डायलॉग फक
I agree. I didn't watch. I watched that movie and then I was like,
अम्मी जान का
भूल जाना ठीक है.
ठीक है हाँ बट द थिंग इज कि मोहम्मद जीशान अयूब ही इज एन अमेजिंग एक्टर ठीक है बट अगेन देन उसके बाद हैपेंड जीरो you watched
No.
अगेन शाहरुख का बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज मोहम्मद जीशान अयूब उसमें उसका बेस्ट फ्रेंड शाहरुख का बेस्ट फ्रेंड अगेन मोहम्मद जीशान अयूब रांझना में उसका बेस्ट फ्रेंड अगेन मोहम्मद जीशान अयूब तो लाइक आई फॉर अ फैक्ट know and feel that he has much more to to add to this acting industry given a chance. But do you think Bollywood will only like accept Mohammad Zishan Ayyub as hero ka best friend from now on?
I'm not a Bollywood producer or like a studio boss to answer that. But this is a very normal thing. Like I remember when Arshad Varsi played Circuit and the film became a big hit. Arshad Varsi said every script that came to me was asking me to play a Mawali. So I don't know. I mean, it takes I mean, इतने बड़े देश में इतनी पॉपुलेशन में गिन चुन के लोग हैं जो लीडिंग मैन बनते हैं राइट तो जो बाकी लाइक फॉर इन माई इफ यू आस्क मी वुड यू बी ओके इन प्लेइंग the hero's friend in every movie, I would say yes, because I know I don't have it in me to be a leading man. So I don't know. I mean, the only person who can answer this is Zishan Ayyub.
I think Zishan answered this question, and that is why I
Then
have
why
this
did you
question
ask
in my
us,
mind. नहीं अरे तो the thing is कि he also said somewhat similar things when he was like कि I am happy in being called hero का दोस्त, hero का best friend. तो लाइक वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आफ्टर अ टाइम डज इट गेट डिफिकल्ट फॉर समवन टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस टाइप कास्टिंग अगेन I'll give an example of Shahrukh Khan for that matter. Shahrukh Khan का आज तक का image है कि he is the most romantic person in the industry. Yet he has managed to do हर वैरायटी का काम ठीक है and he's given hits after hits in negative roles, in romantic roles, in comedy roles, in action roles. Like I think he is a teaching in a way कि अगर you तुम्हारा image पूरा बना romantic hero का after DDLJ उसके बाद भी तुमने इतनी टाइप की पिक्चरें कर ली और तब भी तुम्हारा वो रोमांटिक वाला जो है वो इमेज बना हुआ है जरूरी नहीं डीडीएलजे के बाद ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि सारे उसके पास रोमांटिक हीरो ही लेकर आ रहे हैं
आई सी व्हाट यू आर सेइंग बट वन ऑफ द रीजंस फॉर स्पेसिफिकली फॉर शाहरुख कुड बी कोई भी उसका रोल ले ले विच इज ऑफ बीट जैसे रईस ले ले स्वदेश ले ले स्वदेश स्पेशली ये completely off from the characters that he usually portrays. जो romantic hero का image है. There is still a very significant element of romance to his character and to the film, which is very important for that character. तो ये अगर अलग टाइप का भी कैरेक्टर कर रहा है उसमें भी अगर रोमांस का इतना सिग्निफिकेंट पार्ट है तो ये इमेज एक्सकेप करना उतना मुश्किल होता जाएगा उसके लिए.
I think if you actually see last couple of years, he's moving away from that romantic hero because
he's trying very hard.
He's trying very
he
hard.
He also knows he's in his mid-50s now. Okay, तो कब तक ही वो चलेगा, right? There's for Shahrukh, I think the image stuck because those films did well abroad. Okay, your DDLJ, K3G, कुछ होता है.
And also in the second tier, third tier cities of India.
Yes. तो वो एक like that was his peak, right? So like you mentioned, he's done Dawn, he's done Swades, he's done all these movies now. What was the last movie of his that came out?
Zero.
Wow, Zero was the last Shahrukh movie that came out, wasn't it?
2018 December.
Holy shit.
So I think the upcoming films that he's doing, Pathan and couple more, I don't think he's doing the whole hand thing and calling out to heroines in.
Yeah, I'm hoping
in
because see Zero maybe.
Even I'm hoping. Even in Zero, exactly.
Yeah, Zero fan. He wasn't a romantic hero, right?
Fans में he was obsessive
and the other him was playing himself.
So the thing is जैसे आप Zero की बात करो अभी I think fan भी Zero से पहले ही आई थी अभी उसके बाद उसने cameos करे हैं.
But can I put this? So if you take Amir Khan, was Amir Khan typecast as the guy who only did message like
मेरा next point और actor Amir Khan ही था but उससे पहले शाहरुख पे थोड़ा सा backtrack करते हैं and I'll come to Salman also like we'll cover all three Khans here. And Saif to we've already done. So the thing is कि शाहरुख के जैसे जब उसने जब तक है जान साइन करी थी एंड जब तक है जान जब बाहर आई पब्लिक में, everybody went crazy because they saw Shahrukh back as that romantic hero.
Yeah.
Right, but that was also Yash Chopra's film. Right?
Yeah, so that was the iconic
Yeah.
collaboration back on the screens. Jab Tak Hai Jaan, Shahrukh with those
Like
teary,
the-
obsessive eyes.
The 90s heartthrob with the
and
Yashraj setup.
you know, Shahrukh against God
Yeah.
for love. That is what audience was craving for a long while. Shahrukh tried to experiment with Ravan, which I personally feel
I
was
love
a
Ravan,
great,
man. I love
great attempt.
Yeah.
ठीक है?
बहुत hate मिलता है, but like it's good.
And
film.
now that we see VFX का क्या हाल चल रहा है, bro, Ravan was
Exactly.
ahead of its time. I'm guessing हम लोग जब मर जाएंगे तो लोग का कल्ट बनाएगा इसका, ठीक है. But I feel Shahrukh time to time keeps experimenting with himself, with his characters, with his scripts. Also because Shahrukh Khan can afford to do that, maybe.
Yeah.
This is a Shahrukh Khan fan podcast
No,
at
no,
this
no.
point.
नहीं, एक्चुअली शाहरुख का बर्थडे आने वाला है.
जिसके लिए हम लोग Has It Aged Well पर एक एपिसोड रिलीज करेंगे. So you can check that
Okay,
out.
Snayhil, don't feel
Anyway,
bad.
Snayhil,
We
you
have
were saying-
Simping Over SRK 3 episodes out on the same channel. Go and check that out as well.
But backtracking to Shahrukh Khan, do you think Shahrukh Khan could have experimented with all these roles with his image because he was Shahrukh Khan and he could have afforded to do that?
No, I think he couldn't afford to do that precisely because when so much is riding on your image and your films, so much money is riding, the liberty of experimentation is not as much. So, I mean, like name one mid-tier hero that we have right now. Anyone?
Ranveer Singh.
No, he's still really big. I'm saying like someone
mid-tier as
who's
in?
just like Ishan Khattar. Okay, Ishan Khattar can experiment more than Shah Rukh Khan because
of
there's way less riding on him
Yeah.
than a Shah Rukh Khan.
And
Which is why I think it's even more commendable that he did films like Swades and Chak
Precisely.
De, which went away from his image. And,
Normal trajectory of his
and
work.
in
yes.
those films he is the only star. There is no multi-star. Like Chak De में उसके अलावा और कोई star नहीं है picture में. So if that film failed, the onus would come on him. The Shah Rukh Khan did not do well. So which is why I think it's the other way. The typecasting happens more for the smaller actors than the bigger actors.
Yeah.
The bigger actors can still choose to do what they want to do and get away with it. But like I was thinking, like let's say an actor like Vijay Raz. Okay, he's Vijay Raz in every role, no matter what he's doing, right?
But
छोटी
before
गंगा बोल के नाली में कुदा.
but before we move on to other actors, this episode will be out just before Shah Rukh Khan's birthday.
When is this releasing?
This is releasing the last week of October, and in the first week of October we have Shah Rukh Khan's birthday.
First week of November.
So, in the first week of November, of course, we have Shah Rukh Khan's birthday. So, happy birthday, Shah Rukh, if you're listening.
Yeah.
And if you are a Shah
हमने तो
Rukh
पूरा
fan,
एपिसोड ही निकाल दिया शाहरुख तुम्हारे लिए.
and if
On Has It Aged Well.
and
on
if-
this channel.
on
Sorry.
this channel, and if any Shah Rukh fan
How
is
pissed are
listening,
you right now?
and if any Shah Rukh fan is listening, we have 3 simping over SRK episodes on this very channel, which is called IVM Pop.
Back then, this show used to be called
IVM Likes. Yes, go check those out and do tell us because how much you love Shah Rukh Khan and all the love to Shah Rukh Khan. And now that we've said Shah Rukh Khan a number of times, let's go to the other Khan, Salman Khan.
Yeah. So going back to what Abbas was saying about Shah Rukh as to whether अरे सुन ना पूरे coming to Salman, man. Wait.
Yeah.
Going back to what Abbas was saying, Shah Rukh cannot afford to do it, and that is why it is more commendable. It's because there are other actors जो उतने ही बड़े हैं, like Shah Rukh के scale के possibly bigger in terms of commercial value. जैसे brand Salman Khan बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा लाके देगा compared to Shah Rukh Khan. For a producer.
Okay.
Same is with Akshay Kumar, same is with Amir Khan. But Akshay and Salman specifically, they still choose to do the movies that they are doing which fit their brand image better. Like Shahrukh is someone who's trying to break that mold.
Yeah.
These are the people who are trying to reinforce it.
जैसे अब सलमान खान का आप कोई भी मूवी देखोगे, ही इज भाई.
हाँ, he is Salman in
Yeah,
Salman Khan
because
movie.
I think he stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah.
मतलब पता है there was this time मैं और क्योंकि हम लोग बोरिंग लोग हैं, तो मेरे घर पे हमारा न्यू ईयर्स के कोई प्लान नहीं होते, तो हम लोग सारे बैठ के अवार्ड फंक्शन देख रहे होते हैं. ठीक है. So there was this one random 31st of whatever year, and we were watching Salman was the special entrance at 11:59 p.m.
Okay.
ठीक है. तो he came and then we were like, यार ये ऐसा लग रहा है घर के कपड़ों में आ गया है. ये अवार्ड फंक्शन में भी उन्हीं कपड़ों में है, ये अपनी पिक्चर में भी उन्हीं कपड़ों में है, ये डांस करने भी उन्हीं कपड़ों में आ रहा है, और ये मीडिया इवेंट भी उन्हीं, ये बिग बॉस भी उन्हीं कपड़ों में होस्ट कर रहा है. आई थिंक भाई एज अ ब्रांड हैज नाउ लाइक overtaken anything else that relates to anything else in the world.
It has become identity now.
हाँ, मतलब like to have this much power कि तुमने एक मूवी में गॉगल्स पीछे डाले, तो पूरा इंडिया गॉगल्स पीछे डालने लग गया. एंड यू नो, तो तुमने उस इमेज को इतना कैरी ऑन कर लिया है कि अब तुम्हारी वो कैरेक्टर ही तुम्हारी आइडेंटिटी है, तुम ही वो कैरेक्टर हो, तुम ही, और वो कैरेक्टर की जो लाइंस हैं वो ब्लर हो चुकी है. एंड आई डोंट थिंक now it will be very easy for him to break out of, I don't know whether he'd want to also or not.
I don't think so. Yeah. Again, that's a conscious decision to only choose the kind of things he wants to do. I don't think he's been typecast.
I think it's decision to like just
Salman,
be Bhai.
Yeah, Salman is just a different test case. So it is the onus of the filmmaker to carve out a good film with a Salman performance. Like I believe Sultan was a film.
Yeah, again, so not to take away from him when it comes to Sultan and Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
Yeah, but then again, I would say that's more success of the filmmakers who made that. Kabir Khan and Sultan, I think, was it made by Firoz Abbas Khan? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But I think whoever the director of Sultan is, क्योंकि from whatever I've heard, भाई एक टेक से ज्यादा नहीं देते.
हाँ, but it fell flat when it came to Tubelight, because probably the script was not as strong as Sultan and Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a very conscious decision from Salman to
to just
play
be
Salman
Bhai,
in every film.
to just be Bhai. अभी भाई की मूवी आने वाली है, कभी किसी का भाई किसी की जान. भाई जान है भाई. हाँ, मेरी भी जान है भाई.
See, so when you guys are right here, his fans, then why would he want to change anything?
Exactly.
उसके बिना कुछ किए लोग पिक्चर देखने आ रहे
Bro,
हो.
वो बेस्ट है, पर सलमान खान is Salman Khan in every film, anywhere he goes. कितना मस्त लाइफ भी क्या सॉर्टेड है एकदम.
या चलो ठीक है. लाइक नाउ ये सब टॉप टियर के लोग हो गए. लेट्स कम टू पीपल लाइक विजय राज. ठीक है, विजय राज एंड के मेनन फॉर दैट मैटर, मनोज बाजपेयी, पंकज त्रिपाठी.
Yes, Pankaj Tripathi is a good example.
So, like, what do you think of these actors when we talk about typecasting them into a role?
Pankaj Tripathi has done several different formats.
But then again, how much of his dialogue delivery or style does he change?
Exactly. A lot of people say that Pankaj Tripathi is doing बहुत ज़्यादा wide range के roles और ये, but if you see उन सबका जो root है, वो वही.
That is actually fair. Like वो उधर ही लखनऊ का आदमी मुंबई में, लखनऊ का आदमी दिल्ली में, लखनऊ का आदमी वासेपुर में, लखनऊ का आदमी चेन्नई में, वो है लखनऊ का आदमी.
अभी मैं क्रिमिनल जस्टिस का 3rd सीजन देख रहा था, एंड पंकज त्रिपाठी इज पंकज त्रिपाठी.
हाँ.
Even as a lawyer, he is that quirky.
Yeah.
He's लखनऊ का lawyer.
तो like मतलब I love his screen presence.
हाँ, same.
I have no complaints. ठीक है, but the thing is कि एक पॉइंट ऐसा आएगा जब आई वुड वांट कि यार पंकज जी बहुत पंकज जी हो गया. तो डू यू थिंक, एंड दिस आई फील कि मनोज बाजपेयी ऑल्सो ट्राइड टू बैटल बट अगेन आई थिंक फेल्ड. व्हाट डू यू गाइस हैव टू से ऑन दिस?
मनोज बाजपेयी failed is a little bit of a stretch. उसने करे, बट हाँ मतलब उसने काम अच्छा करा था यार, ऑडियंस ने नहीं रेसिप्रोकेट किया तो अभी क्या कर सकता है. वन पर्सन हु ट्रूली सक्सीडेड इज अमिताभ बच्चन.
अमिताभ सर तो फिर अमिताभ सर हैं.
नहीं, बट लाइक टू ब्रेक दैट, ही वाज द ओजी एंग्री यंग मैन, राइट? ही वाज भाई बिफोर भाई वाज भाई. कि दैट एंग्री यंग मैन कैरेक्टर इज द सेम इन दीवार, इट वाज द सेम इन जंजीर. फिर डॉन में वो डॉन था पर था तो एंग्री यंग मैन ही, कूली में भी एंग्री यंग मैन ही था.
So I was talking about this on an episode of Has It Aged Well? I don't know. So I was the example I gave in that
पूरा
was.
फिनिश करने दे.
हाँ, go ahead.
डॉन में भी एंग्री यंग मैन ही था. उसके बाद सेकंड हाफ अमिताभ बच्चन पे आते हैं. वहां पे that is where you see him breaking the mold.
Yeah.
In the later part of
No,
his
but
life.
you're forgetting this whole phase in the middle where he did Lal Badshah and
That was for
all
money,
those.
bro. वो तो पेट
No,
नहीं
but
करना
that's the
पड़ा.
thing,
वो
right? In
phase
those
भूलने
films
के लिए
also,
ही है, भाई.
even as an older Amitabh, he was trying to do the angry young man thing and it failed miserably.
Yeah.
The film that changed that was Major Saab,
हाँ.
where he played an older character as this major and it worked.
हाँ.
And then KBC took off and then he got Mohabbatein, where again he was given the role of a school principal.
Yeah.
So then he realized that, okay, playing older characters is working in my favor.
Yeah.
So then that is when he embraced it. So there was this whole phase from 91 to about 2001 where all his films flopped miserably.
But
because
that's also when he was not doing financially.
financially well, agreed. But even the films he was doing to make up for that, your Surya Vanchams, Lal Badshahs,
Yeah.
and all. So I mean, Surya Vancham में बाप भी वही है, बेटा भी वही है.
और अब सूर्यवंशम कल्ट भी है.
कल्ट भी वही है, हाँ, वो है.
So in the second half of Amitabh Bachchan's career, now I agree with what you said. Like बहुत लंबे समय से कर रहा है, maybe because of that उसको वो realization आया. But he's done it so beautifully with films like Chini Kam. उसके बाद पा.
चीनी कम was an amazing film, by the way.
Even in black थोड़ा सा हटके कैरेक्टर
Yeah,
है.
yeah.
और उसके बाद तो like films like Pink कर ली उसने. अभी भी वो जो 102 Not Out, I think ऋषि कपूर के
102
साथ.
Not Out you watched?
Yeah.
Again an amazing
Same.
film.
Bro,
यार.
Piku.
yeah.
Such a
true.
good role in Piku.
Great,
Comic relief
great,
इतना बढ़िया
great.
provide किया.
Plus
बहुत मस्त
one
किया.
of the most progressive characters in Bollywood.
Yeah.
Exactly, 100%. So like he is one person who I can think of prominently जिन्होंने ये बहुत मतलब totally persona change कर दिया खुद का in the second half of his career.
Yeah, like for someone जिनका identity ये बन गया था कि you know मिमिक्री हो रही है और वो
Yeah.
एक you know हाई वाला भारी आवाज और ये और वो, उसके बाद इस चीज को ब्रेक करके निकलना is a big deal.
Okay, I have an observation here. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. As you said, right, कि जो मिमिक्री हो रही थी और जो भारी आवाज की जब तक बैठने के लिए ना कहा जाए चुपचाप खड़े रहो, and like the whole cult around
ये
Amitabh
पुलिस
Bachchan.
स्टेशन तुम्हारे बाप का घर है.
Exactly. So the whole cult, the aura of Amitabh Bachchan,
Yeah.
do you think he was able to break out of that also because of the generational change in audience? कि
See-
वो जो generation थी, वो either booty, I don't want to use the words, but it changed,
But
right?
they have aged well, I will say. Yeah.
Yes. On the IVM
Nice.
Pop.
Nice plug.
See, that is how you plug, not just like hack someone else's podcast.
हाँ, so like वो पूरी audience एक तरीके से change हो गई. There was a newer set of audiences, and he understood कि ये नया audience है. So they will be more reciprocative.
See, I'll
towards-
tell you, I don't think he broke out of it, because you will still find movies, not still find movies, there are movies जहाँ पे there is an Amitabh Bachchan monologue if Amitabh Bachchan is there in the
I mean,
movie.
yeah.
even in Jhund, which is for most of the film, he's taken a back seat and he's
Yeah.
like, have you seen Jhund?
Yeah, I
And-
love June.
Yeah,
And-
so
and-
in
end में
most of
40
the
minute का monologue
in
है.
the court he has to do the monologue because it's a given thing. Like
Yeah.
even from since the 70s.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Vijay
the-
giving a speech at the
Yeah.
end is
Yeah.
a thing.
So I think similar, I want to draw a parallel here with Shahrukh. जैसे शाहरुख का जो रोमांटिक हीरो का ट्रोप था, अब वो रोमांस का एलिमेंट वो लोग कम करते they've
पर
reduced
खत्म
it.
नहीं किया.
Basically
हाँ.
what we're addressing is actors getting old. Okay,
हाँ.
at some point they have to accept the age they are in and modify their
But
performance to that.
जो झुंड का मोनोलॉग है, that is a sign of the Shahrukh Khan angry young man image aging well.
You mean the Amitabh angry young man?
Amitabh angry young man image.
Yeah, I would
That
agree.
is a sign of the Amitabh angry young
There
man
is also
aging well.
There is also a very good monologue he does in the film Khaki about being a police officer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I think सब actors के ना थोड़े जो वो उनके वो एक ट्रेडमार्क्स तकिया कलाम कह लो, अब उनको टाइप कास्टिंग कह लो या कुछ भी, वो हमेशा एक एक्टर अगर एक सिग्निफिकेंट रोल में वो दिखा देता है, तो वो थ्रू आउट द करियर वो चीज चलती जाती है. एंड आई डोंट नो हाउ डिफिकल्ट और हाउ इजी इट इज टू गेट आउट ऑफ दैट. जैसे विजय राज का नाम आपने लिया था बीच में. विजय राज का, you know, if you think Vijay Raj, you'll think a superb cameo. That's it.
Yeah.
You also have to think of it from the angle of Shahrukh, Amir, Salman, all of these. The screen time they will get in a film will be way more than a Vijay Raj will
and
get.
that's why probably the noticeable fact, क्या कहते हैं उसे, noticeability factor of these actors is ये तुम्हारी आंखों में ज्यादा जल्दी खटकेंगे कि यार same role, rather than people like Vijay Raj, who again is an amazing actor, an amazing voiceover artist.
So what you are saying, right? ये बहुत interesting चीज है कि उनके पास बचता ही कितना screen time है.
Exactly.
So like if I have to do like only a 10-minute part in a movie, I will do something that is a signature of mine,
exactly.
right? So that the audience remembers me कि हाँ विजय राज दिखा मुझे फ्रेम में. It makes you more identifiable, right? In front of a presence like the fucking Amitabh Bachchan and Shahrukh Khan. वो जो इतना screen खा रहे हैं पूरा, उसमें तुझे recognize होना है तो you will do something significant and something signature that is only unique to you.
Like I'll be very interested to see how Pratik Gandhi's career goes from here.
Oh yeah.
Because अभी वो Scam 92 वाले उसमें थोड़ा typecast हो गए कि वो चंट गुजराती आदमी जो है वैसे roles उसको मिल रहे हैं. So it'll be interesting.
Some interesting names and some very popular names. I have a list here that I can refer to when it comes to typecasting, like actors being typecasted. One is of course Alok Nath in Sanskari Babuji. And when he did Sonu ke Tito ki Sweetie, he was still Babuji, but not
क्या? What?
Sonu ke Tito ki Sweetie. Like he was still Babuji, but not Sanskari enough.
Okay.
ठीक है. Then it was now Sunny Leone coming with an image, and now she's just that hot girl in a Bollywood film, the token hot girl.
But again, with Sunny Leone, you couldn't put her in a ghungat and be like, now she's a village belle.
It's not about putting someone in ghungat, Abbas bhai. I think you can
See, in
explore.
Sunny Leone's case, then your off-screen image has to bleed into your on-screen image, because that is what is bringing people to the theaters. The fact that she's hot and she has a past which was in the adult industry, your first few films have to be based on that, right? Like, for example, if a prominent YouTuber tomorrow, if now Kusha Kapila is coming into films, so Kusha Kapila ka jo role hoga, that will be close to what she's been doing on Instagram, because that is what people know her from.
Interesting. This also brings me to like Kanan ने एक cameo किया था, याद है?
No, he did a full-on film with Sonakshi Sinha.
But उसका time जितना उसको screen time था, it's as good as.
Okay, I haven't seen the film, but yeah.
I don't know the film. What film is this?
I forgot the name.
Yeah, even I forgot the name.
Put it in the comments below.
Kanan, you only put it in the comment.
So उसमें भी like Kanan Gill है, अरे ये तो stand-up comedian.
Bro, the same. Actually, I'll give you two examples.
I tell you, stand-up comedy, it's very difficult for us to break into the mainstream films because people stereotype us.
Tanmay Bhatt has a very funny scene. It's in Mr. X.
Mr. X, yeah, I know.
एक scene है उसका, उसमें masturbate करके चला गया.
I'll give you two examples. One who got like अभी जैसे मूवी आई थी Runway 34, उसमें कैरी मिनाटी का कैमियो था.
अच्छा.
कैरी मिनाटी ने उसमें कैरी मिनाटी का एक कैमियो है जिसमें he is a YouTuber. ठीक है.
That is a proper cameo.
ठीक है. That is a cameo.
Yeah, what he's known for.
वो उसमें
So it's
plane
one of
में
those like जैसे sitcoms में या आके खड़े रह जाते थे और एक सेकंड के लिए कैमरा फोन
जैसे साइमन कॉवेल रियलिटी शो का जज बनता है किसी फिल्म में, लाइक यू नो.
हाँ, तो कुछ वैसा ही. बट देन व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट प्राजक्ता कोहली, she when did Jug Jug Jio or Mismatched, she was not a YouTuber. Again, Mithila Palkar,
right,
a YouTuber. But when she did
Little
Caravan,
Things. She's the one from Little Things.
from Little Things, and she's a beautiful theatre actress also. And when she did Caravan, she was not a YouTuber in Caravan.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of examples जिनकी real life personality जो थी उससे हटके भी उन्होंने एक रोल किया है. So like ऐसा नहीं है कि real life personality से हम लोग उसको detach नहीं कर सकते. I think मतलब किया जा सकता है.
पता है टुनटुन पुरानी एक कॉमेडियन हुआ करती थी टुनटुन.
So you heard the किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम?
Of course, yes.
उसके husband का गाना है वो.
Oh, okay.
Trivia. But Tuntun was very fat.
Yeah.
So in every movie, her thing was she eats.
Yeah. The funny fat lady. Basically.
Same thing with Manoj Pava. He was typecast in Office. के वो भाटी आया जो जब देखो समोसा खाता रहता है. तो समदीश ने एक इंटरव्यू लिया मनोज
This
Pava
also
के साथ.
happened in Dabangg 2.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 2.
Dabangg 2 में सलमान का बॉस मनोज पावा प्ले करता है. एंड सलमान ऐसा थोड़ा सा हल्का सा टॉन्ट सा मारता है कि कि इसका कुछ कर रहे हो नहीं कर रहे ऐसा, तो लाइक मैं डॉक्टर ने डाइटिंग करने बोला है, 12 की जगह पूरे 11 रसगुल्ले खाता हूँ. तो लाइक एक तो आई हैव एन इशू विद लाइक people fat shaming also relating being fat to only keep like overeating. ये तो मेरे को बहुत major issue है लाइफ से, but we'll talk about it on another episode.
Therapy बाद में करेंगे.
Yeah, but let's.
पर वो भी एक तरह का टाइप कास्टिंग ही है कि आप किसी को बॉडी टाइप के हिसाब से कास्ट कर रहे हो.
और फिर उस कंडीशन को भी तुम इस तरीके से ट्रीट करोगे, ये कंडीशन तो तभी होगी जब तुम बहुत ज्यादा खा रहे हो. क्यों रे?
वो स्टीरियोटाइपिंग है बहुत ज्यादा. मतलब टू रिजॉर्ट टू दिस ट्रोप्स के जैसे देयर इज अ फैट गाय सो ही इज सपोज्ड टू ब्रिंग इन ह्यूमर. उसका बाकी कोई बहुत वन डायमेंशनल कैरेक्टर है वो, कि he is just there for comic relief.
Right, but the reason I was mentioning it, as the third time I will mention, Samdish has done an interview with Manoj Pava.
हाँ.
जहाँ मनोज पावा कह रहा है कि मैं अपना आर्टिस्टिक जो भी मेरा फुलफिलमेंट है वो मुझे थिएटर से मिलता है. तो अगर मुझे वो मैं अपनी फुलफिलमेंट के लिए करूँ, अगर मुझे सेट पे जाके 2 दिन काम करने के, अगर if I'm getting a big fat paycheck for playing this stereotypical guy who eats, why would I not take it? I will, उससे मेरा बिल्स पे हो गया, उससे मेरा सस्टेनेंस हो गया, उससे मेरे बच्चों के कॉलेज की फीस हो गई. अब मेरा जो आर्टिस्टिक वो है वो बाकी 15 रातों पे जाके पृथ्वी थिएटर में थिएटर करके कंप्लीट कर रहा हूँ.
Yeah, this also makes a lot of sense because like I have heard people actually say कि ये पिक्चर यार मैंने सिर्फ पैसे के लिए करी थी.
वो जैसे one for the stomach, one for the soul.
Yeah, so I was there in an interview of स्वरा भास्कर. ठीक है, एंड उस टाइम पे स्वरा भास्कर की मूवी आई थी जस्ट सलमान खान की प्रेम रतन धन पायो.
Okay.
And उस इंटरव्यू में she was questioned कि you've always been one for good films, good scripts and good roles, stuff. You've always stood up for that. Then why you would choose this film? And she said, because this gets me money.
Yeah.
As simple as that. It gets me money. For my cinematic satisfaction, I'll probably go and do a Nilbate Sannata.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then I have to pay my bills. And that I will get through Prem Ratan Dhan Payo.
If anything, the money she gets from Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, she can produce a Nilbate Sannata.
Yeah, and give good cinema
to the people who want it.
Yeah, to the people who want it. Actually, Swara Bhaskar also got typecasted into, playing that not so well-to-do girl.
The second girl.
The second girl, that as she played in Ranjana.
Yeah.
And if not only the second girl, but
the heroine's best friend.
Heroine's best friend.
Yeah, matlab
female Zishan hai.
Ranjana really set the course for
stereotyping and typecasting.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot to this episode, and there are a lot of mentions that we can have, but like I would like not keep the list long, but mention just 2 of these actors, and then we'll go into recommendations. One being Kiran Kher, playing the Punjabi mother throughout, and the other would be of course
उसका बच्चा South Indian होता है तो भी वो पंजाबी मदर ही होती है.
Even Kiran Kher did this Pakistani film called खामोश पानी,
जिसमें वो पंजाबी मदर
sad Punjabi mother. She is not a bubbly Punjabi mother.
She is a sad
That's range.
भाई उसके बच्चे अलग तरीके के हो जाते हैं, वो पंजाबी मदर ही कर रही है उसमें.
But bro, she was a Punjabi mother in London also.
What did we watch recently? Devdas mein she's Bengali mother. Okay, please.
But still,
Devdas mein she's Bengali Punjabi mother.
But again, not to take away anything from her.
She's like the Pankaj Tripathi.
Look at Snayhil trying to save India, taking nothing away from her.
उसका भी वो पंकज
She was a great Punjabi mom in each of them.
थोड़ा पंकज त्रिपाठी वाला ही हिसाब है उसका भी, कि मतलब पंजाबी मदर इन बंगाल, पंजाबी मदर इन महाराष्ट्र.
Yeah, so like I think पहले
What's your name? मेरा नाम मोनिका बैनर्जी है. Why are you saying this in Punjabi?
I think पहले के टाइम पे लोग एक्सेंट और मैनरिज्म्स को इतना भाव ना दे के सिर्फ नाम को ही दे लेते थे. कि मतलब if you watch Devdas, जो you must have watched because you
our episode on Has It Aged Well, Devdas episode out now on this channel. Full episode
on the YouTube channel
on this very YouTube channel. Stop this and go watch that.
Subscribe, like, share and comment.
वो यही चैनल है. सब्सक्राइब सेम ही चैनल है बट उसमें भी द वे शी प्लेज बंगाली मदर शी लुक्स लाइक अ पंजाबी मदर ठीक है बट
So loud mother is basically her typecast.
लाउड
पंजाबी मदर
लाउड बंगाली मदर देख ली पर वो इसका बंगाली हुडी बाबा था
And who's the other one? One is Kiran.
Bro, the other one is the most legendary actor called Jagdish Raj Khurrana.
I know where this
मैं
is going.
बताता हूँ आपको इसका टाइपकास्ट के लेवल्स इतने कि दिस गाय होल्ड्स द गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड ऑफ बीइंग द मोस्ट टाइपकास्टेड एक्टर
Oh, is he a Punjabi actor?
No, wait.
I'll tell you.
You know who this is?
He has played a role of a police officer in more than 140 films.
Whoa.
It 144 to be exact.
Yeah.
And this guy holds the Guinness Book of World Record of being the most typecasted actor.
Oh, this is the guy who was mentioned on the Dawn episode.
Yes.
Of Hazard Age 12. Continue. So there is, I mean, seriously, there is a very funny Easter egg in Dawn about the fact that he plays a police officer.
I don't think
In Dawn, he's playing being a police officer.
He's playing a fake police officer. So it's an Easter egg in that movie.
मतलब police officer play करने की acting कर रहा है.
समझा?
समझ गया. I think I'll.
It's like Carrie Minati being a YouTuber in a.
We'll directly go into recommendations now.
We're not giving like our verdict on what type.
रुक जाओ. I think we'll directly go into recommendations now. What? You guys are just plugging Hazard Age 12.
Can I recommend Hazard Age 12? Anyway.
What verdict you want to give up, Abbas?
No, I'm asking. I mean,
His verdict is that you should watch Hazard
नहीं
Age.
मेरा ये बोलना है कि बॉलीवुड जैसी जगह पे अगर एक इंसान कोई एक चीज अच्छी कर लेता है तो फिर सब उससे वही चीज करवाते हैं फिर से तो टाइपकास्टिंग इज नॉट गोइंग एनीवेयर सून.
What do you think, Nikhil?
I think it's similar. Like, it also helps the actors. कि यार मैं जो मेरा बन गया image, so like you said, bleeding your off-screen image onto the on-screen image. The reverse of it is also true. कि अब भाई को जो ब्रांड्स आते हैं वो आते ही ऐसे जिनका टारगेट ऑडियंस होता है 24-25 साल के लौंडे. अब वही ब्रांड्स भाई को टारगेट कर रहे हैं. तो इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स देम कि मेरा ब्रांड बाय एंड लार्ज बन रहा है. व्हाई शुडंट आई लिव इन इट? शाहरुख खान एक्चुअली सेड दिस इन हिज AIB पॉडकास्ट कि I have an image to play even in the ads that I do. कि मैं ऐसा नहीं कि मैं ऐसे बिस्किट चाट रहा हूँ वगैरह, ये सब मैं नहीं करने वाला.
True.
मेरे को डैंड्रफ वगैरह की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती.
हाँ. जब उसका डियो का भी ऐड आता है तो ऐसा नहीं कि वो डियो
मेरी बगल से स्मेल आ रही है.
वो उसका
जिसके स्मेल आ रही है उसको देगा वो.
नहीं उसका डियो का ऐड इज द सेंट ऑफ सक्सेस.
Exactly. और हेड एंड शोल्डर्स की एड ही इज मेंशनिंग द एड ऑफ अ डैंड्रफ शैम्पू जिसमें वो जिसको हुआ है उसको जाके ये दे रहा है कि ये मैं यूज करता हूँ तो मैं
ये यूज कर मेरे जैसा बन जाएगा.
एंड वन एड दैट ही डिड ऑन डर्मीकूल, उसमें अगर ही इज एक्टिंग वो कैरेक्टर जिसको पसीना आ रहा है तो देन ही इज ओनली एक्टिंग द कैरेक्टर जिसको नहीं भी आ रहा है.
हाँ यस
तो
खुद को दे रहे हो.
या इट्स अ शाहरुख वर्स.
दांत खाज खुजली.
It's a Shahrukh verse that we are living in, and you just have
Was
to
it a spin-off
accept
of the film Fan, where he was also the fan and he was also the star?
At this point, I think we'll take a break here because Hazard Age 12 की plugging नहीं खत्म हो रही है and हमें ये episode खत्म करना है. We'll see you with some awesome recommendations. And we're back with some recommendations. And before these guys hijack it again, please guys go watch Hazard Age 12 and
listen also and
listen
rate,
also.
review, like, subscribe,
and follow the
bell
hosts
icon.
on their social
Yes.
media, Urjita Vani and Abbas Momin.
Yeah.
हाँ,
And
थोड़ा-
me also, but I'm not that important.
as you've rightly said, you're not that important. Let's just get into the recommendations because they are actually very important. Abbas, what will your recommendation be apart from Hazard Age 12?
My recommendation is a comedy special by Hasan Minhaj, which has come out on Netflix. It's called The King's Jester. If you're a fan of Hasan Minhaj, you will love it. If you're not a fan of Hasan Minhaj, I think it'll introduce you to his kind of humor. Basically, Hasan's humor comes from his life. He used to do this show called Patriot Act on Netflix, if you
I
know,
used to watch it, yes.
which he doesn't do anymore. So this is actually his story of telling why he started the show and why he stopped the show.
Okay.
And how whatever he did, यानी जब वो शो कर रहा था तो उसने काफी पंगे ले लिए थे सऊदी वगैरह से, रशिया से. So he talks about how those kind of things put his family in danger because he had 2 kids in that period of the show and of the pandemic and all of that, and how after having kids now he thinks in the future about their kids also, and how taking these kind of risks has its price. But then he also tells us the funny stories he did to take those kind of, like, for example, one story he narrates is the day Jamal Khashoggi was apparently taken out by the Saudi government in an embassy. He was also in a Saudi embassy not very far away. So I mean, it's stories like that he narrates, but in a very comical, funny way that he has. And then he also has his desi takes on things. Like he talks about how did he know that he was in a Saudi embassy? Because all the house help was Indian. So like even brown people have their brown people.
Great.
So
they have to be funny because it's in his name, Hasan Minhaj.
There's funnier jokes than that on the special. So the King's Jester, it's not very long. I think it's an hour long, 59 minutes. I'm very tempted to say almost as long as an episode of Has It Aged Well. So
on the IBM Pop channel.
So King's Jester on Netflix. Check it out by Hasan Minhaj.
Great.
Link in the description.
Nikhil, what will your recommendation be?
My recommendation would be a song from a film we mentioned earlier. Tubelight, for as shit as a film that it was, which it was. उसमें एक बहुत सही गाना है which I think like वो जो कहते हैं ना सूखे के साथ गीला भी जल गया वैसा
ये मैंने नहीं सुनी थी यार पहले
है ऐसी कहावत. एनीवेज तो वो गाने का थोड़ा वैसा हो गया यार. बहुत सही गाना है ये. टट्टी फिल्म की वजह से वो भी ये हो गया. द सॉन्ग इज कॉल्ड तिनका तिनका दिल मेरा. इट्स संग बाय राहत फतेह अली खान. बहुत खूबसूरत गाना है. you'll find the link in the description. बहुत मस्त गाना है, जाके सुनो.
Great. My recommendation is a movie by Amitabh Bachchan that went a little like unnoticed in the fans, and it's not like that famous a film these days, but I think it deserves जितना प्यार है उतना प्यार that movie deserves. That movie is called मैं आज़ाद हूँ. And अगर आप उसको आज के सिनेरियो में भी बिठा दो, it fits right there. उस मूवी का मेजर प्लॉट इज दैट देयर इज दिस न्यूज़पेपर जो कि उतना अच्छा नहीं परफॉर्म कर रहा है, एंड देयर इज दिस राइटर कॉलमनिस्ट जो न्यूज़पेपर ने उसको अल्टीमेटम दे दिया कि अगर तुम्हारा कॉलम हमारे रीडरशिप नहीं बढ़ा रहा है तो वी लेट गो ऑफ यू. तो आउट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन एंड आउट ऑफ सेविंग हर जॉब शी राइट्स दिस लेटर दैट इज सेंट बाय अ कैरेक्टर कॉल्ड आज़ाद, एंड ही सेज कि इतना करप्शन है और ये है, ये एक हॉस्पिटल है, ये एक बिल्डिंग है. आई डोंट क्लियरली रिमेंबर वेदर दिस वाज द हॉस्पिटल और नॉट, बट एक बिल्डिंग है जिसको बनाने में इतना पैसा खर्च हो गया, इतना करप्शन है, एंड इसके अगेंस्ट मैं आवाज़ उठाना चाहता हूँ. और वो स्टेटमेंट मेरा इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा कि मैं रिपब्लिक डे के दिन to show my protest, I'll jump from the top of that building.
Oh damn.
ठीक है. अब वो ये लेटर लिख देता है to the authorities और वो छाप देती है columnist. ठीक है. This goes viral. And now the editor comes to the columnist and he's like, ये तो वायरल हो गया है, सेल्स डबल हो गई हैं, ट्रिपल हो गई हैं, कौन है ये आज़ाद, इससे मिलवाओ तो सही. She's like, ये तो कोई है ही नहीं, मैंने तो लिख दिया था क्योंकि मुझे अपनी नौकरी बचानी थी. And now they have to look for आज़ाद, prepare that Azad to be this character. And now they are looking for Azad, in which they find Amitabh, who's a homeless person, and वो journey उसको आज़ाद कैसे बनाते हैं, end में वो कैसे बचता है कि नहीं बचता है, and वो कैसे route बनाते हैं उसका. This is the movie. It's against the government, but उतने ही तरीके से कि वो problematic ना हो जाए for them.
Right.
And I think it's a great watch. Sony Live पे ये movie है. Do watch it. And that was the episode, I guess. That was it? Yes, that was it.
Yes. We
And
have aged since the beginning of this episode.
we
Can
will
I
see
can I
you.
plug my social media handles?
Of course, please,
Yes,
please
you
do
can
that.
Find me on at Abbas Momin on Twitter, AbbasMomin88, where you can find clips of shows I have been on, including this. And
What
has
shows,
it aged
Abbas?
Has it aged well? Pop Rap, ELI 10, all these shows which I have been on.
But actually, apart from like keeping all of this
Cyrus's.
jokes and all aside, Has It Aged Well is a great show, and you should definitely
Aw.
go subscribe to this channel, of course, because show isi channel pe hai. And like those videos, share. You will get to know a lot of trivia about your loved movies जो शायद आपको मालूम भी नहीं था कि ये उसके पीछे की एक घटना थी जो घटी गई थी. We have special episodes. अमिताभ बच्चन के बर्थडे के अराउंड we did an अमिताभ special. शाहरुख के बर्थडे के अराउंड we'll be doing a Shahrukh special, and a lot of special movies will be featured on Has It Aged
Has
Well.
It Aged Well,
He
yes.
is the host. He is the producer.
Yes.
I
A fan.
Yeah, I am a fan and the ex-producer of the show. But this is Pop Rap on the IVM Pop channel. We will be talking about movies, recommendations, and a lot of pop culture stuff that regularly comes out. So do stay tuned on this channel, and we'll be back with another episode. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.